everyone, a warm welcome to the Euromarque Motorsport Park here in Christchurch. It's round 4 of CT Frock, and that means there's just 6 races to go. So far, the story has been about one young Kiwi from Auckland, Liam Skeets, and a young Polish driver by the name of Roman Bielinski. Bielinski has been on sensational form. In fact, he's been doing most of the winning, while Skeets has just been trying to keep catch up. The difference at the moment is 50 points. But with 6 races to go, we've added a little spice, because right now we've got 2 big names from the USA who've come to do the last 6 races just to get ready for the Indy next season ahead. And they are this man, Bryce Aaron, and a man who came 3rd in this championship last year, his name, Jacob Abel. Both of them will be headed back to the States, to St. Pete, for the first round of the Indy Next Championship. So, with 6 races and the Grand Prix to go, it's not all one-way traffic for Roman Bielinski, because now the competition has just got tougher.
Welcome to Euromarque Motorsport Park in Ruapuna, Christchurch. Track is broken down into 3 sectors. Sector number 2, one of the most vital parts of the track, very tight and twisty through there, and a total of 11 turns. An area where we're going to see plenty of action this weekend. Not only is it a big braking zone, but an important passing opportunity down into here too. Certainly a part of the track to watch this weekend.
Qualifying 1 to decide the grid for the first race was held in overcast and potential rain predicted for the end of the 15-minute session. Straight on the pace early on, Jacob Abel of the United States, 3rd overall last year, but coming in for the final 6 races. So, new to the track, new to the car, and new to the tyres, but he still put in the 3rd quickest time. M2's Liam Skeets was determined to beat, finally, his arch-rival Bielinski, and he set a brilliant time of 1:17.465 to take the front row, but sadly, he was just 0.06 of a second off. And this man, Roman Bielinski, did it again, a 1:17.404 to take the pole. It's Bielinski, Skeets, Abel, Natoa, and Woodstock, the top 5. 5 poles then for Bielinski.
Roman, you just seem to be doing the job.
Yeah, definitely it's not easy, but I mean, Liam and Jacob obviously are very quick, so good job by them, but M2, they've done a great job, so thank you to the team. But no, I'm happy to get the pole. I think it'll be a little bit difficult starting on the left side, but yeah, we'll see what we can do in the race.
So preparation underway for 3 races ahead, including the Lady Wigram Trophy. New Zealand motorsport is steeped in history, and the Lady Wigram Trophy is part of that. So what are the origins? We spoke to the Mayor of Christchurch.
We're standing on where the Lady Wigram Trophy used to be raced at the Wigram Airfield. This was part of the track. Over there is what's left of the track. So this is a history in the making. This is absolutely fantastic. And to have the young drivers here doing this for our city is primo. It's absolutely primo.
It's awesome to be here at the Lady Wigram retirement home. We're very grateful to, plant another tree for them on the 75th anniversary, I think. So, huge privilege. One of my mates, Gizzy and Matt Payne, always said never touch the trophy, because if you ever touch the trophy, it could be, bad luck if you're trying to win it. So I didn't touch it. I looked at it, read some of the names, McLaren, Jackie Stewart, all the Kiwis are on it, so it's pretty cool. And I'll be hunting to put my name on there as well.
We've been here 8.5 years, moved into a villa, not knowing that this was going to happen, but it's going to be a memento to us for a long time.
Thank you heaps to all the residents and the Mayor of Christchurch to come out. It's cool to meet him. Yeah, it's just a good way to start the weekend.
Let's take a look at the grid. We've already mentioned Roman Bielinski in pole position again, and his teammate Liam Skeets, top 2 in the championship alongside each other. Then it's Jacob Abel just flying in for this weekend, haven't even got his picture. Natoa, winner last time out at Hampton Downs. He needs a podium at least. Woodstock has looked very good, as has Alex Crosby from Invercargill. Watch those 2 come forward. Bryce Aaron, another American coming in for Andretti Global, and it's Kung Hei Fat Choi for Mr. Cher. That's Happy New Year to him. South Korean Shin and America's Sherlock in 9th and 10th. Then it's Probst and Bowling, Jet Bowling from the States, Probst from MTech and New Zealand. Matriano Lim, USA, and Giles Bonilla, Kiwi and USA from San Antonio, and Ficuri from Brazil with MTech Motorsport. Out go the lights, away we go, and away goes Roman, but Skeets replies well and cuts across the track. It's a drag race here at Ruapuna towards the first corner. The Euromarque circuit looking for who's going to take the whole shot, and it's going to be Belinsky. Skeets will try around the outside, but he's not going to do it. Oh, and a massive crash, one of the first we've had in the season. The 10th race is what it took before we saw an almighty shunt. Bonilla looks as though he's got out of the dust and dirt, but there's several drivers. It's not Matriano Lim or Bowling. Ficuri's got through, but several cars involved in the midfield crash there. It's Sherlock and it's Probst who are out of the cars in the gravel.
Let's have a look at a little bit of a replay here.
What's to your left? And there you go. Yeah, somebody's hit. Yeah, so Sherlock gets hit from behind by Probst, but I think he was hit initially as well. Bonilla heads into that dust and dirt, but manages to remain unscathed and gets away from it.
The leader controls the
And now the leader, as you hear from race control, we are green, so the control of the race is now with Roman, and he's gone already. He went very early. And that might be it, like you said, he might do something different, and he has.
Yep, he's done something different. He's gone a little bit earlier, sort of kept Liam's just napping just a little bit there off the restart, but that is what it's all about. That is what's going to win you championships, getting these things right. Look at that gap. He's already pulled down into turn one.
Whoa, and Shin's making a move. No, excuse me, that's Abel being pushed or under pressure from Nato, who hits the grass for a minute, but he's trying to get past Abel in the early stages. Nato, though, hung out to dry on the outside and slots back in behind him in fourth place. Skeets has reacted well. You can see physically, you don't need to look at the timing to see how well Skeets is staying with Belinsky at the moment. And Matriano under pressure from Bryce Aaron, who's trying to make up another spot. As they go through, I think he's got him. And, well, they're still side by side, and this is good racing from Landon. I asked Landon what the missing part of his racecraft was, and he said just this: real wheel-to-wheel close racing. And sadly, he's just hit the grass there, but that's the learning part, isn't it? So we got two distinct battles. Skeets trying to get ahead of Belinsky, or at least make a move, and Nato, as you can see, is tying himself to the back end of Abel's car, but that was a big mistake by the man from Martin in the 15, and he comes out of the mist and just about avoids a crash there himself.
Roman Belinsky and Liam Skeets, the battle is on. Liam Skeets shows his nose, puts himself in the mirror of Belinsky.
The story of this championship is Belinsky's had the best of it, and unfortunately for Skeets, he's yet to win in this championship, both last year and this year. So Belinsky's been doing all the winning, but Skeets is playing the long game. He admitted it himself. It's getting interesting in this battle for third. Abel under massive pressure now from both Nato and Crosby. Crosby wanting by, you can see it for yourself here.
Just watching Abel here, I think he's going to start becoming under a bit more pressure from Nato from behind. They've rear the cars moving around a lot. He's got a lot of oversteer on the entry to the last corner. Saw him move around. His hands are moving around a fair bit.
Running out of laps, though. Skeets, he's got to make his move, and he's got to do it now. But as you can see, Belinsky's got the hammer down.
I think Belinsky may have just been looking after his tyres a little bit as he's now opened that gap up. He's started to push on. Another fastest lap. That's two in a row for Belinsky.
And you can see the gap for yourself as they head on the last lap. So we are one lap away from yet another win. It'll be the 6th for Roman Belinsky. Skeets has put in a valiant effort, and likewise Nato and Abel. Where will Nato go? He's surely going to make some sort of move.
You can see that car of Abel's still just getting looser and looser. He's struggling on the way into the corner with the rear end sliding out just that little bit. Can Natoa make a move and put himself on the podium here? As Crosby has a little look up the inside too.
Yeah, very good race. These three have been on identical laps almost for the last 10 laps or so. Abel putting up and soaking up that pressure and holding off Nato, which is no mean feat, racing here in New Zealand. He hasn't raced this circuit, Abel, before. Nato certainly has, and so this is a good result. But oh, he touches the back of Abel, who gets a little bit of oversteer, and Nato, that could be the only chance he gets, but that was a big moment.
Yeah, Nato lucky not to damage his front wing there. Wonder if it's ended up with Abel with a bit of tyre damage there, but he's still okay at the moment. It's coming down in towards the last corner, Roman Belinsky.
Roman Belinsky, Trident watching in Europe, his team that he'll join again this season, but he's doing the business in New Zealand and does it now on the South Island as well as the North. That's how it ended. Belinsky with the win for M2 competition. They get a 1-2 with Liam Skeets. Abel takes third on his return to New Zealand. Nato a fourth. Crosby, Cher, Woods, Toth, Shin, Aaron and Bowling. And then Landon Matriano in 11th. Vicuri in 12th. Bonilla drops to 13th in the end.
And another win for the championship leader, Roman Belinsky. Congratulations, mate. Lights to flag. It looked comfortable. Did it feel comfortable?
Definitely not, and then with the rain spitting at the end made it tricky, but I mean, Liam had pressure on me the whole race, so no, he had really good pace, so I definitely have to look at that for tomorrow, but no, super happy. We
were talking about the way you manage tyres. You seem to manage the tyres naturally to come on in the last 3 laps.
Yeah, I mean, there had to be some managing because tomorrow, obviously, I use these in race 2, but at the end I wanted to push a little bit, and no, it was good, and no, I'm just very happy, so thank you to M2, they've done a great job, and yeah, let's see what we can do tomorrow.
Just briefly, we've been doing this all season now, talking to you in this position. Do you pinch yourself a little bit to say, this is going so well?
I mean, it's going very well, which is nice, but for sure I can't hold back, you know. I mean, Liam's very quick, Jacob has come in here and he's very quick, so there's some great drivers, and no, I can't hold back, I still need to give everything.
Yes, 2 races to go and a reverse top 8 for race 2 coming up. It's all hotting up nicely in round 4 here from Euromarque Motorsport Park. Join us after the break for race 2 and a word from our F4 Americas champion, Patrick Woodstock. Now, before the weekend got started, we took the Lady Wigram Trophy back to its roots, to the Wigram Airfield. And the one script that is left, we decided to run the brand new FT60 with Liam Skeets of New Zealand up against the 1972 winning car, the GM1 that Graham McRae took to victory here at the airfield. The trophy was last contested here in 1994. And while this was just a demonstration, it certainly helped Liam Skeets motivate himself for a chance to win it in 2024. This season, there's been a proliferation of North American drivers, including a young Canadian who won the American F4 Championship. His name, Patrick Woodstock. Rusty caught up with him.
Patrick, welcome. It's great to spend a bit of time with you. Have you enjoyed summer in New Zealand?
I'm enjoying the summertime here, and yeah, it's a great place.
Tell me a little bit about that transition for you between karting and racing in open wheelers like this.
I've been karting for a long time, 10 years almost. I got lucky enough to get an opportunity to just drive a race car for fun, and it happened to be an F4. And then, yeah, we went testing with Kiwi over in Texas, and it went well, so we figured we'd try the first race just for fun. And we were almost leading the championship after the first round, so we had to keep going after that. It's all thanks to Ron Fellows. I mean, he's a Canadian racing legend, and he has a karting series, and he was the one who offered me to race a car for the first time. Him, as well as Carlo Fidani, who has sponsored us for the last year now. They're the ones who made this happen. Without them, it wouldn't be possible. I mean, I have an important role, but we also need to fund the whole thing.
I feel in you this kind of inner tenacity. Is there that real inner hunger in you?
For sure. I mean, I haven't been so fortunate to just have a ton of funding to keep on racing, all that, so I need to work very hard for what I have. And I mean, every driver here works really hard. There's no doubt about that. But I'm always trying to do as much as I can and try and be better than the average guy. So, you know, for sure I have a fire inside me to do well in racing and continue on.
Has it been a decent step between what you raced in America in the last 12 months and what you're doing here?
The American competition is quite fierce, but this is a whole different level. I mean, these guys are, you know, some of them are racing in FIA, F2, F3, and there's going to be many race car drivers coming from the field this year.
Where is this whole, is it IndyCar? Where are you going with this?
Well, we're not too sure. I mean, I'd just be happy to be a race car driver. F1, IndyCar, NASCAR, prototypes, GTs, it doesn't matter to me. I just don't want to have a day job, or at least my day job is driving cars, that's the goal. But it's a long path. We still have a lot of work to do, and we'll see where it takes us.
It's great to chat with you. You're not just talking the talk, you're walking, which I reckon is really impressive. Keep going, box hard, and we wish you well for 2024.
Thank you very much.
Let's take a look at the grid. It's a reverse top 8, and therefore Michael Shin starts on pole. Patrick Woods-Toss says he needs to get the launch. Jer is in P3 and alongside Alex Crosby, and Crosby needs to get past Woods-Toth. Nartoa needs a good result. Abel's alongside him in P6, already on the podium. Nartoa a winner already this season. Skeets, this is the battle I'm going to be watching. 7th and 8th. Belinsky needs to be beaten by Skeets if he's going to keep this one alive. Bryce Aaron starts 9th. Jet Bowling. Difference in experience between those two. Matriano Lim had a spin on the formation. He's recovered. Mercury had several spins yesterday. Bonilla and Sherlock. Lots of work to do for Sherlock, but he's been Mr. Consistent. He's moved forward in each race more than anybody else. Probst not taking part. When there's one 17-year-old comes out, in comes another 17-year-old. Seb Manson gets his chance to make a name for himself. Away they go. Good start from the front row, but it's Patrick Woods-Toth of Canada with the jump. Crosby didn't get away too well. But it's Woods-Toth now in a drag race with Shin, and he's going to win it, is he? Yes! I think he's going to take it into the first corner unless Shin really breaks hard, and he does do just that. That's good work from Michael Shin. Oh, they come together! A little touch there, pushes Woods-Toth off, and that's not good news. But Shin out front, the two Asian drivers, one from South Korea, the other from China, and now Nartoa picks it up in 3rd. Good restart for Nartoa. Abel left out on the outside. He's alongside Crosby. Belinsky just ahead of Skeets. That's bad news for him.
Just watching that battle that little bit further down. Skeets and Belinsky were side by side from turn 1 all the way down to turn 3, and then unfortunately Skeets, as he's going to have a look, try to be back up the inside there, but a little bit wide through that part of the track.
Skeets knows he needs to pounce now because this is when they're all close together. And Bryce Aaron not back to right at the back now. He had a midfield start, but he's dropped back. Nartoa really got the hurry up on, and this is a frenetic start. 20 laps to go in this one. But Shin already building on that lead. Woods-Toth recovers well. Crosby's right there with him. Lock up there. Here comes Manson. He's made a place up on Titus Sherlock. Here's another look at that incident.
Yeah, just on the exit there. So, yeah, a little bit of sideways from Shin. So no intention out of that. He was sideways. And then, obviously, you've got to catch the car and steer towards the car on your outside.
Oh, another incident. Procuri going round. Belinsky risking it all against Abel. He wants to get past. He wants to get as many points as he can in this reverse race 2. And look at that. Nice dive from Belinsky. Closes the door on Abel.
That was a really good move up the inside there. Just super, super confident. The way he just threw it up the inside, that's showing why he is in the lead of this championship right there.
Yep, exactly. Now Skeets needs to make some moves.
He needs to get through as quick as he can. Doesn't want to sit in behind that dirty air for too long. You start putting too much through the tyres. Look at that gap. Roman's already started to pull.
Skeets got to find a way past. Where would you make your move? We saw Roman do a really good move. Where else could you?
Down into the hairpin. That's your best opportunity, is down to the hairpin. Oh, it's Belinsky.
Belinsky launches
Another fantastic move up the inside. Very, very late, but decisive. Got on the inside.
Look at that. Lovely
move. Super late. Belinsky now up the inside of Nartoa.
Well, we are being given a masterclass in what it takes to be a junior to make a name for yourself, and Belinsky is blitzing the field yet again here in Christchurch. Meanwhile, Shin's off to the races.
Yeah, Shin's got some serious pace out there. It does make me wonder whether or not he does have those green tyres on. You look at the pace. His best lap time is a 17.8, which he's just done. He's got even quicker, and that's nearly half a second quicker than anyone else. So that to me means he is on those fresh tyres. But there could be a potential penalty hanging over him for that turn 1 incident, because he needs to gain that 5-second lead in case it becomes a 5-second penalty.
Is there a difference between intent and a mistake?
Yeah, there is wording amongst that. Belinsky has another go up the inside. He's making it work. They're going to go side by side.
Woodstock does not like to give positions up easily, and he's not doing it here either. The Canadian comes back at him. Good racing between the pair of them.
As we go half race distance, I think he'll have another go through pothole and line himself up towards the hairpin. But Toss Engineers will be on the radio saying he's quick there as he has a late dive up the inside.
Pothole coming up now.
It's all about the run that he can get through here. If he can get the run nicely through there, then he can have a dive up the inside to the hairpin.
Oh, he's thinking about it. Oh, and he's going for it. Belinsky goes side by side with Woodstock. Who's got the drive? Woodstock goes for, you're not coming by, son. Nicely done. Great racing between these two. They are side by side, wheel to wheel. And Woodstock has won the battle of those last 3 corners yet again. No change for Skeets. He stays in 8th. Bowling in 9th. Good result for him if he stays there. Coming out of the last turn, you can see Belinsky winding himself up. This is as close as he's been. This is a chance now. He's got a slipstream here on Woodstock, and if he's going to make a move with 3 to go, this could be it.
Is he going to get close enough as he drags up on the slipstream? Not quite close enough as he looks to the outside.
Switch it back, and he's there right underneath the tail. Now through pothole. What is he saying? He's signaling, get out of my way.
Can he get a run through pothole as Toth will be looking in his mirrors wide on the exit?
Oh, well, that was extraordinary. I don't know what he was trying to motion there, but it was almost like he was telling us what he was planning to do.
That's why he's tried everything he can.
Cher still second.
Cher having a good drive here. He's obviously same sort of tyres as the rest of the field. As Belinsky has another look.
Time running out, and Belinsky's desperate, isn't he? Whoa, around the outside. He'll have the inside line after this, and he's trying everything, and Woodstock will not give. Great stuff.
The leader has commenced the last lap.
And now Shin starts his last lap of race 2 here at the Euromarque Motorsport Park for what will be a Canterbury Classic for him. Woodstock crosses the line for the last time, and the last lap, as Belinsky not close enough to make an attack this time and may have just given up on the ghost, but he's still there. He's very good into turn 1. Gets tucked up right behind Woodstock again.
One of the last opportunities coming up. This may work in the opposite effect for Belinsky. Having that little bit of a break, getting a bit further behind, might allow him to get some momentum to catch up as he fades to the inside, puts himself in Woodstock's mirrors.
Can't quite do it there. He's running out of time, though. Shin, though, has done a brilliant job of penalty or no penalty, making it almost impossible for him not to win. The gap now 12.2 seconds. So if there is a penalty to be had, he should still win the race from Cher in 2nd place. But who's going to come 3rd? Patrick Woodstock deserves it. He's held on to the pressure. But this is the man of the moment. Coming out of the last corner, it's South Korea's Michael Shin who takes the win. Nicely done by Michael Shin. He almost spun around then. Well, I've heard of spin and win, but that was Shin and win.
Yeah, that was... put me back in my seat, that one. It was very close, but fantastic win for him.
Confirmation then, Michael Shin of M2 competition makes it another 1-2 for the M2 team, and they are leading the team's championship. Cher is in 2nd. Patrick Woodstock gets another podium, his 2nd of the season. Belinsky 4th. Nato at Crosby, Abel, Skeets, Bowling, and Bryce Aaron rounding out the top 10.
And your winner and his first win in the CT Frock, Michael Shin. I've got to ask you one question. Just better be careful on that celebration. Did you almost lose the car coming down Front Straight?
Yeah, no, I didn't expect the rubber to be there, and I almost lost the car, but yeah, that was risky.
Well, how does it feel? First win of the championship, man.
No, and that feels really good. You know, it feels like what we've been really working hard, and it came together in that race.
Well, let's talk about coming together. The position is under investigation, the contact between you and Patrick. How did you see it?
I think it was just a racing incident. You know, we came together because obviously it's quite bumpy there, and the cars just interlocked wheels. And yeah, that's all I can say at the moment.
Well, I think if even it's a small time penalty, you won by a truckload, so it's probably pretty solid. But congratulations, first top set, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations to Michael Shin, the first ever South Korean to win in the series. And along with Cher and Nartoa, there are other winners outside of Polinsky, and it's great to see. We'll take a short break. When we come back, the Lady Wigram Trophy, the big one, after this. Welcome back to Euromarque Motorsport Park in Christchurch as the teams and drivers prepare themselves for qualifying two for the all-important feature race, the Lady Wigram Trophy. We're going to take a look at an aspect of racing that is relatively new, and that is driver coaching. Who better than an ex-Formula One driver to help a young driver on his way? Martin Donley is here for the Kiwi Motorsport team, and he described what this job is all about. Well, Martin Donley, it's good to talk to you, and it's great that you play the role that you do, because on the way up at this level, Formula 3, you were the big thing and you got to Formula 1, and that's what you're trying to do with these youngsters these days. But back in your day, your role kind of didn't exist, did it?
No, definitely not. I mean, we're talking pre-data days. You know, on my F1 days in 1990, we had a rev counter, an oil pressure gauge and a water temperature gauge, and that was it. And you went by the seat of your pants. If you felt it made a change in the car and it was better, you would have felt it was better, and the stopwatch would have said it was better. If it wasn't better, the stopwatch said it was slower. But these days, with data and that, there's a lot more of a science to it. And guys sometimes just don't have the feel for the car and can't feel that last 2 or 3 tenths. Whereas we can pick that out in the data with graphs and watching the VT on board, watching what the other guys are doing at the front, seeing what apexes they're getting, what point they're braking at, and when they get on the throttle pedal.
There's an assurance between you and another driver that makes them have that confidence to kind of believe a little bit more in themselves.
I think they do, because when we say, you know, this is what you need to do, you know, until they actually get that limit of braking, say, 2 car lengths, and knowing and trusting the car will stop them enough to get them in the corner. Once they get there, oh yeah, he was right. Oh yeah, he is right. And then you get that bond, you get that companionship. They believe in what you say. Sometimes part of the job is being a sports psychologist. You know, you've got to try and get inside their head to make them believe that they can do it, as if the car can do it, if you can do it.
Well, it's great to talk to you, and it's great to see your insight and experience.
It's great to be here with Kiwi Motorsport.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of drivers over through the ranks, some great guys, and hopefully, if I can do my bit, get a bit more success with the drivers.
Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
On to qualifying for the feature race. Great to have a young Kiwi, Sebastian Manson, who turned 16 this weekend, join the championship. And he was on good pace, but so too Bryce Aaron, who set a scintillating 1:17.142 to go third quickest. Skeets still chasing Belinsky. He put in a faster time of 1:17.074. But his teammate did it again. He blitzed everybody in the field with a 1:16.818, the only man to get into the 1:16s. Woods Top was fourth, Gerard G was fifth, but it was Belinsky who takes yet another pole in the championship. So far, that's 6 wins and 6 poles. It just doesn't get any better. Belinsky, Skeets, and Aaron, your top 3.
Congratulations, a 1:16. You said yesterday you had work to do. What did you do overnight? Because it looked pretty tough out there today.
Yeah, it's so tough. I mean, like I've been saying the whole championship, a win really plays a big factor, but no, super happy. It was really close until the second last lap, and then the last lap I really just gave it everything, put the car really to the limit. For M2 to be 1-2-3, I think it shows what a good job these guys are doing, and yeah, we're working so hard, so mega job by Bryce and Liam.
Here's the grid. Belinsky in pole position, his arch nemesis and rival and teammate Liam Skeets alongside. There's Bryce Aaron, P3. What can he do? Can he beat the F4 champion Woods Toth, who got a great run last time? Cher did so well last time out. Abel alongside him in 6th. Then it's Shin, of course, who won race 2, and Crosby in 8th position, fighting for that rookie title. Burst Bowling, he's 9th. Nartoa alongside him. That's going to be a good test. He held off Aaron in the last race. Sherlock starts 11. Manson, the young boy, just 16, starts for Giles Motorsport. Matriano Lim, also of Giles and MTEX. Lucas Facuri behind. And at the back, it's Jake Bonilla of San Antonio in Texas, USA. Out go the lights. Away we go, and away goes Belinsky. And Skeets has got across nicely. Liam Skeets has done exactly what he needed to do, and that's get ahead of his arch rival. And he dives into turn 1 here at the Euromarque Motorsport Park. A little bit of a lock-up from a few there, but everybody cleanly through the first corner. Good start from Skeets. Woods Toth in 3rd. And a clean start all round. And now the action. Let's see where Bryce Aaron is going to be. He's in 4th at the moment behind Woods Toth. So Woods Toth beat him off the line. And that's just maybe a little bit more experience on these Pirelli tyres. But look, somebody going wide there. That looked like possibly Nartoa.
Yeah, it was Nartoa going a little bit wide there. But this is going to be a crucial first few laps for Liam Skeets. We haven't seen him in this position yet, where he's actually been in the lead in the early phase. We've seen him sort of be there or thereabouts, but he's finally in the lead. He's got to knuckle down and focus on these first couple of laps. Let the race settle, and if he can keep Belinsky behind him for the first few, I think things are going to settle down nicely. Seriously crucial part of the race for him here.
And you can see that Belinsky wants past as quick as he can. He's right there on his tail. Skeets under pressure already as they come into the last corner and out onto the main straight again. Nothing between the leaders, 1st and 2nd in the championship, but it's the 2nd place man leading the race at the moment as the pit wall gets in place. Here comes Belinsky. Question is, where does he make his move? He's been really good here, getting tucked up behind. He's been really late on the brakes into turn 1. Then he waits into turn 2, gets good drive through pothole, and then usually does the dive up the inside of the left hand of the hairpin.
Yeah, we've seen how good he is there, but Skeets looks really strong through that left-hander, so that makes it that bit harder for Belinsky to be able to do anything. Oh, there's a car off in the background.
Luckily, though, it survives.
So I already think at this point, Belinsky's realised, I don't need to fight at this point. I'm going to now look after my tyres and I'm going to come later on. But then Skeets needs to now respond to that and then start focusing on looking after his tyres.
Well, this is the Skeets I've been waiting to see. He's just done the fastest lap, a 1:17.8. But likewise, Belinsky on the same pace, just a thousandth of a second off that. Shin under pressure now from Crosby.
So Shin's tyres won't quite be as good as everyone around him because he used up the tyres that he would have used in this race to help him towards that race win. So it's going to be a very long 20 laps for him from here.
And there you see the good battle between Sherlock and Manson. Manson all over the back of Tyler Sherlock.
This is an important learning for Manson as well. Obviously with these conditions, he's got wings, he's got aero now. He hasn't had that in Formula Ford, so this is perfect for him to be stuck behind the car, trying to figure out, okay, where's my aero affected? How much is it affected?
And the fastest lap goes to Belinsky and, first of all, Skeets. So they're both posting quicker and quicker. So a 17.7 by Skeets and then a quicker 17.6 by Belinsky. Wow.
You can see already that the hands of Skeets in the car there. He is working that rear just a little bit harder than what Belinsky is. And Belinsky will see that. He'll just be sitting there, just chipping away. Crosby has a little bit of a look on the inside.
Almost took a nudge then, but Shin holds on.
No, Facuri off the track.
Again. Well, that was just a touch of the grass, wasn't it?
Yeah, that is easy done because you're so focused on the inside of the corner at that point. You're not actually looking to the outside.
Skeets leads the race. Shin under pressure still, but at the moment, Crosby can't make any inroads. He's further back than he was before.
A warning for car 16.
And that's car 16.
Exceeding track limits.
Exceeding track limits for Michael Shin. So yes, race control, as you now point out, are on it.
Yeah, because that's then seen, he's seen to have gained an advantage by going wide and staying in the throttle, because if he had to clear the throttle, Crosby would have got past him a little bit easier. So that's where now they go, yep, he gained an advantage. There's your warning. Do do not do it again.
Meanwhile, the battle at the front continues. Skeets and Belinsky. Let's get down to it. 1:18.2. Last time out, Skeets not as quick as the man behind him, Belinsky, who is bit by bit with 6 to go, making his presence felt each and every lap. If Skeets pulls this off, it'll be the best race of his career, in my opinion. Certainly in his TRS career. Remember, he's yet to win a race, so it will be. And I mean in the last 2 seasons.
Is Belinsky going to launch an attack? Does he have anything in the tank, or is he giving it everything he's got to this point? We've seen it before. Many races towards the end, he starts coming on song.
Well, Mark Pinchel said with the last 5 laps to go, watch him pull the pin. He'll save his tyres till then. That moment is approaching fast. They're on the infield section, and we're about to get underway. 4 or 5 laps to go, and Skeets is going to have to do everything in his power now to hold off.
Just trying to have a look at the hands of Skeets there. His car looks pretty decent through there. He's not catching it. He's not following the car around everywhere. So he's still got a decent car underneath him. We've seen moments where Belinsky as well has been fighting the car just a little bit. So maybe he doesn't quite have enough in the tank. But still, 5 laps to go. Is Belinsky going to have a crack? Shin's done a great job on this older set of tyres to be able to hold off Crosby like this. Is really well done by him, and that's what I was saying earlier on. Even though he had those newer tyres, that wasn't the only reason he won the race. We know he's fast, we know he's capable of doing it, but he just wanted to cement to make sure that he got that victory.
18 super license points up for the winner of this overall championship, and right now it's looking as though it's Belinsky, but Skeets needed this. He needs to stay in front, and he needs to score some points more than Roman Belinsky, and more importantly, psychologically, get a win over the boy.
Yeah, that's the one. It's going to mean a lot to him, this win. This is the drive of his life for Liam Skeets. Can he bring home the Lady Wigram Trophy?
3 to go. The wheels and the tyres starting to squeal underneath them. Nerves on the pit wall by all the engineers. Skeets crosses the line again. 1:17.8. He's up the pace as Liam Skeets, just at the right time. A 1:18.1 from Belinsky. The gap goes up to 0.8, just at the right time for Skeets. This is the Liam Skeets we've been waiting for.
Just as they went across the line there, I was about to say, I don't think Belinsky's got anything for Skeets here. His car looks too good. He's got some pace. That gap is now opening up. Skeets is starting to pull a gap. 2 laps to go.
Never won a Toyota Racing Series race, but now has a chance to win the famous Lady Wigram Trophy that has been, over the years, won by the very best racing drivers in the world. Last lap coming up then for the man from Auckland. Roman Belinsky trying to do everything he can, but as you say, I think Skeets has got the better of him. He just needs to keep it all together.
His car just still looks so good through there. Nice and smooth on the exit as he comes across. 1 more lap to go. That gap is slightly opening up.
Oh, and a 17.9 that time, and a 17.8 by Belinsky. He's just reacted. The gap, though, still 0.8. Can Belinsky do something in this last lap? Skeets holding on now as they head towards Pottle for the last time.
All he needs to do is get it through here cleanly, down into the last section of corners. He's got enough of a gap now. He's got a bit of breathing space. He doesn't need to take any risk. Hit your marks. Get to the apex. Get on the gas. A little bit wide for him through there.
Liam Skeets, the homeboy, racing on the South Island. He grew up racing here. I was talking to him. He raced in Formula Ford here, but it's a few years ago that he did that. So, yeah, Ruapuna, he knows well, but winning is something he hasn't done in the Toyota Racing Series of yet his career of just 2 years. He was 4th overall in the championship last year. Consistency was key. He came in and said the long game is what it's all about. He's still very much in contention for this championship. The points are with Belinsky, but with this win by Liam Skeets, it'll change things psychologically. And here he comes for a Canterbury Car Club Classic win for Liam Skeets. Well done.
Epic win by him. Well-deserved win. He drove absolutely beautifully, controlled the whole race, looked after the tyres when it mattered, and came home with a solid win.
Shin did hold the pressure off and held off Crosby for an excellent 7th place. There you go, confirmation. Skeets, Belinsky, Woods top in third. Another podium for the Canadian. That's his third. Aaron Abel, Cher, Shin, Crosby, Bowling, Natoa in the top 10.
Now, this is an interview I'm sure many people have been waiting to see. Liam Skeets, you win. But most importantly, you win the Lady Wigram Trophy. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Yeah, it's an unbelievable feeling to win in the Castrol Tour de Formula Regional Oceania Championship. A lot of work has gone into it. Big thank you to the M2 competition boys, my engineer Dylan. Yeah, we've worked so hard for this and it's finally paid off.
What was that feeling crossing the line, knowing you had Roman all over you all race?
Yeah, credit to Roman, he put the pressure on for sure. But yeah, it's a feeling that I can't describe and one that I'll hang on for ages. Yeah, it's speechless.
We have been having this conversation all season of the championship, P2. Did you think you'd finally crack it?
I was confident that it would eventually come. Yeah, we've been close so many times. So yeah, to get over the line and get the win today, it's yeah.
To think your name's going to trophy with legends of the sport, Formula One legends of the sport, Sir Jack Brabham, Bruce McLaren, Sir Jackie Stewart, Dan Gorn, our own, Kenny Smith. Have you thought about that now, or is it just all a bit of a mess in the head at the moment?
For sure it's a mess, but at the same time I remember looking at the trophy before the weekend and seeing names like Daniel Gorn, Kenny Smith, Paul Radisich on there, and yeah, it's have my name on there. It's yeah, I can't describe the feeling.
We get to hold it in just a moment. We're all very proud of you because you're the second Kiwi to take a big trophy in the championship this season. So get ready for the podium, pal.
Thank you very much.
A very popular win for New Zealand Motorsport. The man from Auckland does it in style, and the first to congratulate him is his rival, Roman Belinsky. They're good friends. Well done to Liam. More importantly, for the championship, though, it keeps it wide open. The gap between Belinsky now and Skeets just 56 points with 3 races to go. Woods top leads the rookie championship, and M2 competition continue to dominate in the team. 3 more races to go. Next up, it's Highlands. We'll see you then.